Okay, this is my second try at this video. My first try, I didn't check my video settings on my new phone, and it was set low, so I'm going to give this a try again. This is a follow-up on my new camper. We've had it for a couple months now. It's the Coleman 1805 RB. It's Coleman Light or Coleman Explorer. I've seen it labeled differently on different websites. But here's just some things that are kind of nitpicky about it that we don't like, and also some items that we had to get resolved at the dealer after we purchased it. One of the things I don't like is this front plate. You know, it's supposed to be a rock guard, but I guess it still works, but you know, looking at it, it looks like it is steel, but all it is plastic. But as long as I guess it protects the fiberglass, you know, it'll be fine. This is kind of a big deal. You see how close the awning support is to the door. The door cannot open all the way if the awning's open. We didn't notice this when we first purchased it, but that's why they have this 90-degree or elbow door holder. Now the problem with it is the door is barely open when you attach this. So I mean, who is likely to leave their door attached and only open that far? Another thing too, if the wind catches it, we had the door almost close all the way with this hooked up, and we're worried that it's just going to break off. So we're thinking maybe we can replace it with a straight one, and the door will be held open a little bit more, and maybe it'll be a little bit more sturdy because it won't have that 90-degree angle in it, and it'll still hold it where it's not open enough to hit the awning support. Okay, the other things were problems that we had to have the dealer take care of. So the first problems were issues with cabinets and stuff, and also with the slide out. There's this actually, it looks like it came loose again. This stuff on the side of the siding was really bowed out. You can kind of see it's bowed out now, but it's not near as bad as it was. This drawer, there's a lock underneath that kind of holds the door closed. Apparently it was mounted a little bit too high, and whenever we pull the drawer out or push it in, it'd make this loud scraping noise. This is something that we didn't notice until after we had already gotten it back from the dealer, and I don't know that there's anything they can do about it, but you see where the lock is, the wood is split. Another thing, the drawers in the bathroom, they weren't anchored in the back. So basically what would happen is anytime you had anything in these drawers, they would sag down in the back and they wouldn't hold locked closed because the locks are in the bottom here. So, but the Camping World of Biloxi took care of all this, and so far so good, except of course that little trim piece I just showed you. Now there was a big problem though. The big problem was this vent. This vent over the bed did not work. I mean, it barely blew air. And well, I wanted to show somebody there are 3 vents in this. There's one over the bed, there's one over the TV, you know, sofa area, and then there's a third one here in the bathroom. And basically how they work, your air conditioner here has another vent here. When you open this, it blows a lot harder in the central area, but not as hard out of the vents. It still blows a little bit, but not much. But the problem we had was with this closed, this vent over the bed wasn't blowing. So it would be freezing over on that side of the camper, and it would be hot over on this side, especially at night when you're in bed. I took it to the dealer and they checked it out, and the way he tested it was pretty interesting. He just took a piece of paper and he just held it up to the vent, and if the vent's working, it's going to suck the piece of paper up to the ceiling, and you'll see it blowing like that. This vent wasn't doing that at all. It was just sagging down like this. But what it does when it's working properly, it will pull the paper up, suck it up to the ceiling like that. But what they had to do to fix it, they had to pull the air conditioner off of the top of the camper, and the duct runs along the ceiling, inside the ceiling here, and connects to a box. They said that it was not connected at all, so what the air conditioner was doing was blowing a lot of cold air into the ceiling. But they reattached the duct, and now it's working perfectly, and we've been camping since they fixed it, and it's a whole lot more comfortable in the camper. But those are just some of the things you may want to look for if you're shopping for this model Coleman camper, or actually probably any Coleman camper, just to make sure that everything's working properly in it.